What's going on, everybody? You are checked in with the freshest crew. Welcome to another episode of the All Points Podcast, live at the All-in-One Gaming Expo here in Olathe, No one's saying yes. Olathe, Kansas.
How you forget where you at?
Man. Sometimes you just wake up in a random room.
It was that Smirnoff he chugged this morning.
Well, I go by the name of Kyle.
Jonathan the Great.
Midwest.
This is Sam, a.k.a. Star Fox, a.k.a. Samus Aran, a.k.a. Street Fighter Second Impact.
You done?
A.k.a.
And I go by A2.
And welcome. Yes. We're live here at the All-in-One Gaming Expo.
Oh, man.
Round of applause. We got people enjoying their lunch here. You know, this is just the perfect place to.
It's literally like sitting in the bathroom with your phone out.
No. Yes.
You know.
But a lot more toilet humor, right?
Come on. That's what we do. That's what we're known for.
Yes.
Speaking of just enjoying the meal there, you guys want to pass up a little?
Alex, why you always trying to eat off the
Man,
guests?
we Gordon Ramsay gonna do a taste test.
Yeah, you know, make sure it's for you. Mm-hmm. He doesn't say that, but you know.
You're going a little Andrew Tate there.
Here come the
Has
plane.
a moist center. It's very airy and fluffy.
Wow. All right. How was it?
That's delicious.
Is it?
Where'd you get that?
What if he just spit it on the floor?
All right, guys. Well, this is all my contribution for today.
All right.
Thank you for your service.
Well, welcome.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard of us before? Or you guys were just like, you know what, we're just gonna sit here and eat. Really? Oh crap! You know him?
Yeah.
Oh,
We're sorry.
Okay. Well, welcome.
You don't want to be outed. He's one of us too.
Yes, we have a disgusting family. I'm sorry that you know that. Yes. You guys didn't deny it, so I know it's true.
But yeah, they live like this.
So yeah, we're here. Have you guys picked out any games or anything? Have you participated in anything yet? Yeah.
Arcade games.
Yeah. We were back there yesterday. Actually, we didn't know that it was going to be free play, so we're all just kind of like standing around. We're like,
don't have any quarters.
I don't have quarters. Nobody has tokens or whatever.
75 cents.
And then the magic happened. Mm-hmm. Someone bold in this group did something unexpected and pressed start. No.
Sometimes all you gotta do is press the start button.
Yeah. And then it worked.
Wait, who was it? Who was it that pressed start?
It was Sam.
It was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was it?
I don't know.
right.
It wasn't.
I'll take it. Improv. Yeah, I'm so smart.
Sometimes you just gotta flex your privilege and be like, you know what? Move out the way.
It's gotta be good for something.
But yeah, it was a good time back there. Definitely gonna stop by again because we have some unfinished business.
Yeah, with Gauntlet.
Yeah. There's a video game back there for you younger heads out there. It's called Gauntlet Legends, and it is a quarter token devouring machine.
Yeah.
Anytime you get hit, you die. So yeah.
Anytime you do anything, you walk and you start dying.
Yeah.
What is this, Cuphead?
No, it's literally like we were talking about recently. How pretty much video game companies pretty much monetize everything. So everything's a what do you call it?
Monetization?
Capitalistic hellscape.
Yes, all the above. So that game pretty much started that all off because you're gonna be feeding it quarters nonstop.
Man.
Yeah.
You know what that reminds me of?
What's that?
What is it? Fucking
A piggy bank?
Ghosts and Goblins or whatever.
Oh, that.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, super ghouls. And
Where you get knocked out of your armor and you're just wearing underwear walking around.
Even if you got the gold armor, you go all the way back to the undies.
Man.
Like, wait, he still got underwear on. I still got one more life.
God, man. I haven't gotten through that game without cheating.
Yeah.
It's the only way.
You haven't got through life without cheating.
Man, we don't need to put that on the public.
Exactly.
But yeah. So has everybody been enjoying the convention?
Raise your hand if you have.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. Don't you like work here though? You have to enjoy it.
I don't usually get to enjoy it.
Oh.
It's
That's
always just, like,
good.
running
That's
around.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would suck if you like worked here and was like, nah, man, we could have did better.
Well,
just
that's
a
true
check.
for everywhere. Think about our first jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our first jobs.
Sucked.
I see what you did there.
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
But what was your first job?
No comment.
I mean, the fact that you sold vacuums for a living, yeah, it does suck.
Yeah.
Cornball.
All right.
No. I'm excited because this is my first day. This is their second day. You know, it's a 2-day event. Anyway, but I'm excited to go on the show floor and actually see everything. Like, I came here with a pocket full of money and dreams.
He's gonna get
And
robbed.
hopefully, hey, look at those guys.
Hello.
Come on in. We're just finishing up. No. I'm just kidding.
You came here with a mission, though, right?
Yeah, no. I came here for a mission. Like,
Yeah.
I saw the videos of the retro games, and I was like, you know what?
Was it?
I need a Sega Saturn. So I was like, I need to find a Sega Saturn here. If there isn't one, well, there won't be another convention. And
The whole panel was just deployed for you to get your hands on a Sega
I thought
Saturn.
you was looking for.
I'm also looking for Smash Brothers for 64
No mercy.
and No Mercy
Yeah.
for 64 because somebody...
I already know where
He
all
go,
He knows where all of them's at. All right, we're gonna talk afterwards.
this man has blamed us
Yes.
for losing his no mercy.
I should have wrote my name on them.
You should have.
Yeah,
Because then you can get them other people who got there. Got your no
you're right.
mercy.
You're right. I'm gonna be that kid who wrote their name on their cartridges.
Watch, he's gonna pull this heist off and like steal our no mercy. Go back and have our creative characters that got our names on it.
You know what you do nowadays?
What?
Someone borrows it, you take a picture and then hold it.
Ah.
There you go.
Yeah.
As
You know how weird that'd be to explain to people. Like, why you got all these pictures of people holding games on your phone?
For accountability.
You know, I like what I like. You know. Yeah. You should see my room. You know. These pictures.
It's not creepy at all.
I don't have a game collection. I have a people collection holding my game. That's a good idea.
Should you go with the Pokemon Snap? Pokemon Stadium.
But yeah, I'm on a mission. I wasn't here just for the panel. I was here to find some games. So
We all suspected it.
Yeah,
Like, he's
yeah.
like, hey guys, we should go over here and do this, and it was just deployed.
Yep,
To get
yep.
more games.
See how he uses us like that.
it was an expensive ploy. Let me tell you, get them all kind of come out. I could have came by myself and saved somebody, but no, I'm glad that we're here. The owners, the people who made this all possible, Sean,
Yeah, let's
Sean
give him
Murphy.
a little round of applause.
We go way back. We go way back.
Way back. How
Like-
far back did we go though?
Well, I known him what 2006 when I first started working at that place next to that place he worked at originally. I don't know if we can say names on here.
What place is that? I think.
Well, it's a game where you stopped at,
Oh, right. Okay.
and I worked at a place that your aunt named Annie to serve up the best pretzels.
Debatable.
And but we used to, live next door to each other, and he used to come over here and bum us off some water, and we'll try to go in there and bum him off
That's
whatever was
crazy
free.
because he only ever paid for one water his entire
His
time.
entire life.
That cup got reused so many times.
We don't even got this logo no more. Get rid of the cup. But yeah, it was a good time. And then y'all remember when he laid down the gauntlet?
Oh yeah. Oh.
When he challenged us.
he
I hope he
made the
listens to this
He made
show.
the mistake of challenging
He
us.
made the mistake. He literally came over to our place of business where I made my money for the day and challenged us to Mario Kart. It was GameStop
hold on.
versus Annie Ann's Pretzels.
Was it just Mario Kart? Because I know we did Smash too, right?
I think I don't know who won that
we
one.
did.
but
Yeah.
Because he used to play as Roy.
Yeah. But he on official GameStop stationery wrote out a declaration of war and challenged us to a game of games.
GameStop.
Challenged us to a game of Mario Kart and Smash Brothers.
Damn.
And everybody knows that I'm supreme. The supreme
Didn't know.
Mario Kart, player.
He was wearing that hat
All
with the bill
lies.
up one day.
Yeah, I was
And then
waiting.
as soon as he said Mario Kart, his hat went down and it said Mario Kart Master. He was like, He wasn't even wearing glasses at the time.
They just.
Should we tell them how it went down?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
We can't hype it up like that and then
Yeah,
not tell.
and then be like, we lost. Yeah. Yeah, we went to his house.
Yeah.
On his furniture.
Kicked down the door.
Ate his food. And we laid it down. We laid the smacking down on Mario Kart. What was it, Rainbow Road?
Oh yeah, well,
Yes.
See, they don't know about that little trick, right?
Yeah, no,
They wasn't ready for it.
Well, if you're not a cheater, then you wouldn't know about that.
Hey, it's in the game, all
It's
right?
in the game, and that doesn't mean it's right.
Been cheating all your life.
Yeah.
Hey, whoa, come on now, come on.
But yes.
Yeah.
So, is there Mario Kart going on at any? See, I think we need to run it back.
Wait, what version of Mario Kart? They say 60. Say 64?
The Wii U one.
That's what I saw yesterday.
Ooh, if they said 64.
If it was 64,
If it was
it'd be,
64,
Yeah.
I wouldn't go home.
if we see him, we gotta run it back.
I mean,
We gotta run it back.
I think he might be a little too scared. He might pull up that excuse. Oh, I gotta work.
I'm running a convention here.
Yeah. Seriously.
It kind of makes me wonder. Is that the start of like esports tournaments and everything? Like competitions?
It started in his house.
I
yes.
think it did. I think it did.
The esports manager guy was like, you know what? They're on to something here. Then he ran to the esports world. And
Yeah.
It started esports.
We didn't get any kind of money from him.
No one's gonna come back with any like CTE from any of this. It's all safe. All works.
We got it on video.
Digital contact.
I'm not gonna say what he did after he lost, but
It was just
let's just
Air for
say,
throwing air punches.
let's just say we had to leave afterwards.
So,
Yeah.
what would you undoubtedly say as far as video games? What is the best game or close to it?
The greatest game of all
The
time.
greatest game of all time.
I'm gonna
But
let-
can
I'm
you
gonna
do
let
it
them
by
talk.
like console or like?
Just what do you feel is the
Or is it
greatest game
just-
of all time?
That's really compacting it. I don't even. You know, I'm not as financially stable as you, so I didn't have all the consoles. So
I'm sorry. You just spit through his library like, oh. Let's start with you, Sam.
I'm gonna start with me. man.
Greatest game. 'Cause I feel like I've been doing a lot of talking.
I have to.
You have.
I have
I
to
don't know. That's tough.
isolate one game out of 50
You gotta do
years
like
of-
a NCAA bracket and just like narrow it down to what.
You mean like a
yeah.
Tournament bracket. Best blame. Best blame console. That's inside baseball.
Yeah. At that point.
What's the best game of your opinion of all time?
All the
I
time.
don't know, man.
something
Yeah,
that
I,
evokes
That is-
every kind of emotion from
That
Yes.
just comes down to preference.
let's start with Alex.
All right, Alex.
All right. So everybody knows how. Well, almost everybody knows. I'm a big Sonic fan, right?
I didn't know that.
So I think. Oh, well, now you know. so I think the greatest game of all time was Sonic 3. The reason for that is because they had that little lock-on technology. Oh, now, of course, they were only trying to sell you more shit. But
We can't
you
say
don't know-
that.
Oh, excuse me. But blew my mind when I was like, you can put Sonic 3 on Sonic and Knuckles, and it's a whole new game.
Yep, and
And
that's
you
how
can get-
babies were made.
I remember being like 10. That was the first time that I went a whole night without sleeping.
Bro, playing
Well, all
'cause
nighter.
I did the Sonic and Knuckles with Sonic 2.
Yeah.
Playing Sonic
yeah.
2 with Knuckles,
Knuckles?
was like a cheat code. It was like God
You just
mode.
fly through the
He
whole
just yeah, he just climbing up walls and
Exactly
he's like, oh, I
why
didn't know I
he's
can
my
get up
go-to.
here.
Knuckles
Greatest of all
West.
time.
Nobody knew.
You can't even. There's no competition.
Did you know Michael Jackson wanted to do like the
No, he
soundtrack? Or I heard he did, but he was like the technology wasn't there.
Yeah, it wasn't up to par.
So he was
then-
just like, oh no.
Well, being an alien, you know, everything that was
Yeah.
around that time. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So Sonic 3.
Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
With
Yeah,
with Knuckles.
get it
You're
right.
You're right. You're right.
All right, Kyle, what you got?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, you know,
It has to be like the greatest game, you know.
Greatest
like I said,
game.
just anything that invokes a lot of emotion
Yes.
from you, just a lot of challenge, or just, you know, you had a really good time.
so you know, I went to public school growing up.
I'm sorry.
And we had these little green Apple II computers.
Oh my god.
Number munchers. No.
Wow, he went back to.
You thought I was gonna say Oregon Trail. No, number munchers. No. The greatest game of all time, in my humble opinion, San Andreas. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has a lot of that's
Love for that in the back.
a lot of quotables and just like that was just the game. Like I became a like Grand Theft Auto 3 was like the introduction of like, you know, me playing games nonstop. But San Andreas, I put so much time into San Andreas, and like I remember when it first came out. I didn't get to take off from school because my dad was a hater and loved education.
Yeah.
Hey, stay in school, guys. But when I got out of school, I was so excited to play San Andreas. Like just loading it up and just like I'm not gonna say how old I was, but I definitely had needed an adult to buy it. But yeah. So I love San Andreas. And now my 4-year-old son plays it. I mean, don't judge me. Man, I need my own time to myself.
Once he starts quoting with the, I want a number 9, number 3.
That happened. We pulled up to a McDonald's once.
No.
And he literally, I was about to order, and he goes, I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large. I said, shut up. I'm trying to order. Just, can I get a 6-piece chicken nugget Happy Meal? But that's literally what happened.
There's no hope for him.
No,
He's done.
Well, when I wake him up in the morning, he goes, oh, here we go again. That's when I know my parenting has failed.
I was about to say, who raised them though?
Oh, man, it's hard out here. But I limit his playtime. He only gets an hour on his iPad. He plays on the iPad.
Those are rookie numbers.
He's not ready for a system yet. But we play on the iPad. No cheat codes. He always, we can't do cheat codes on iPad.
Just take the joy out of life.
Yeah, well, yeah. But
Might as well give him a 9 to 5.
there was
right
this.
now.
I have a funny story, and I'm gonna try to say it the best way I can.
It's gonna edit everything out.
Yeah. So you guys know San Andreas, right? And you can go into the police station, right?
Oh god.
So my son made his way to the police station,
no.
and he went into the showers,
Yeah.
and he found a purple sword,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Look, Dad, I was like, look what I found." He's over here just swinging it around. I'm just like, he's just swinging it around like beating police officers up with it.
There's a 3 snort limit, so
yeah. So yeah, and I'm over here just like, I was like, oh man, I don't know what to say. Do I just take the tablet?
That's going to be his favorite one.
I was
every
like,
time.
I said, hey, my son's name is Pharaoh. I said, do you know what that is? He said, yeah. I said, what? He said, no, I don't know what it is. I said, it's a sword. You found a purple sword. He said, yeah, I found a purple sword.
He winked at you.
He's over here just beating people up. We're at 2. If she snores one more time, guys, we're done. But yeah, so long story, yeah. So he's enjoying. He only gets an hour unless he's really, really good. Then I extend it for 1 more hour. And then
So as long
next,
as you're entertained.
yeah.
Okay.
So San Andreas.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
My kids don't play my games, but no, not at all. No. But I mean, I don't have an extremely entertaining story like that. But a game that I think is very great, very passionate. Is anybody in here familiar with Ark? Yes.
This game came out like 2 years ago.
It wasn't 2 years ago.
How is that
like-
the greatest of all time?
It's
You don't
like
understand.
I'm
7
not
years
gonna yuck
ago.
your yum. I'm not gonna yuck your yum.
You don't
Immediately
understand.
started hating.
Like I said, a game that invokes emotion, passion, dedication. If anybody in this game in here knows that it takes a lot, and that game will piss you off a lot. Like you don't know how many times you spawn in and then boom, there's Gator.
Everyone's just dead.
And then you go to like a frozen wasteland and you're like, okay, cool. You spawn in and boom, there's a Gator. Like you don't understand.
Or like, when people go into your base and then just leave their bodies there overnight.
Yeah, and then you have to drag them out to the pit and drown them.
It just sounds like it just sounds like living in Florida.
Could be. But yes. I recently had to quit the game because
It's getting addicted.
it was getting addicted.
It wasn't just quitting. He
Taking over your life.
Took over my life. It
Baby
was
walked in with a saggy diaper. Whoa, what day is it?
changing yourself. Like if I can tame a T-Rex, you can change your own diapers. Get out of here.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
No, but yeah, 3 years I had to let it go. I know. I'm still pretty sad about it.
I hate to to steal your thunder on your story, but like,
No, you're not.
I hate that game. I hate Ark with a passion.
Let me
He's
break
trying
this
to get me to
let
play
me
this
break
multiple
down for
times.
you.
Multiple
And
times.
The first time he played it, he hops on like he doesn't know the learning curve that you have to play the game.
Yeah.
He hopped on. It was night, so
where's
you
the
can't
instructions?
see. You can't see it.
Exactly.
Get good.
How do you spawn in a game where you can't see?
You could see.
No, I literally died because I was cold.
Like
I was cold. I was what?
the most hilarious part about that was being on the headset and hearing him just like, I can't see. What the hell? Something has me. It's eating me.
I was so. I mean, and like, not to I got an OLED TV, so the nights are black. You know what I'm saying? It's dark, so I can't see nothing. And I died because I'm cold. Then he dies because he's hot. Then he died because he's hungry. And I'm respawning every time in the same spot.
It's not difficult
He's
to
like,
figure
meet
it
me
out.
at G4. Meet me. I don't know what it's at. I can't see.
He doesn't know how to do longitude and latitude. That's
He
all it was.
Hey, I
That's all
failed
it
that
was.
part in geography.
Kyle's just sitting there button spamming, just dropping turds everywhere.
No. I'm literally punching trees.
You have to punch trees.
Trying to start a fire.
Yes.
And then he was like, oh, if you get enough wood, you can build a bed. And then you can.
See, the people that know the game know.
then-
You just got into it. We're like, oh, no explosions.
Then the sun finally came
I can't
up.
go into a police station and get a purple sword on this game. Like,
The sun finally came up.
okay, almost.
And then he was like, just wait for me here. Just wait for me. So I'm just sitting here, just hungry, dying,
Yeah.
just about to just die.
Yeah.
And all I hear is,
I picked him up on an RG. Like,
he said, stand still. This dinosaur just picked me up and just I'm just over here looking at the view. He's just over here.
good times, man. Good times.
He took me to his house. He showed me like he has a
I
nice
showed him.
house
Mhm.
in
Showed him
art.
a good time.
He gave me a full
Have
tour.
you ever been picked up on a bird?
Never.
No.
Hey, he knows how to wine and dine you. He
You
gave
know
me
it.
clothes. He gave me shelter. He even gave me a bed, y'all. All in Ark. He wouldn't do this in real life.
No, not at all.
He has a refrigerator full of meat and just like
You know,
he
the
gave
good
me my
stuff.
own gun. And I was over here like clubbing dinosaurs, and he gave me an actual gun with no bullets.
Even let him lie. You can't trust him. He doesn't
and
know how to
then-
punch trees and craft anything.
And then he says, if you go to sleep in the bed, you'll respawn at the house. So I go to sleep in his bed. Couple days later, he sends me a picture of me in his bed sleeping. He said, you know what? He got to go. I respawn dead.
Look, the thing is, I let like all of them. I invited all of them to the tribe so we could all play together. None of them came back after like the first day of playing, so they're just laying around in my base, and I'm like, all right, well, you're kind of useless and you're taking up space. So I had a nice little pool in my base. So I
has
just
a pool.
dragged them out there, and I just watched the oxygen levels just keep depleting.
Just
I'm like,
watch this.
well, you're gonna be lunch, and they were.
Yeah. So
good
now
times.
our meat in his refrigerator is us.
No, you're long gone. Trust me. But yeah, man, good game. Good game.
About you, Midwest?
I mean, I don't really have the greatest of all time because for me, just with anything in life, it's hard for me to just narrow things down to one. But the game that I probably put the most time in is just like, I'm a sports guy. So I would just say like NBA 2K from like the first installment up until where they're at now. I mean, you got a lot of brothers that you grow up with and cousins and family members. So it becomes like bragging rights. Like it gets competitive. You can like use it as leverage to make bets in the house over certain things that you get to like have over the other ones. But,
Who's doing what chores or whatever?
yeah, and then of course multiplayer online. It's like,
Toxic.
man, it's cheaters. They got all the hacks and whatever. But I don't know, just something that would be me.
So I didn't play sports growing up, so I didn't really know sports that well, but my brother did. And like, did y'all have like a rule? Was it like, is it true that the person that's on the cover, usually their team's the best in that game? 'Cause that's what my brother always told me. Like, yeah, just choose who's ever on the cover.
No, that's just more so who's like the face of the league at the time.
My
who
brother
has the
lied to me.
most popularity. But yeah, I mean, usually you want to get the team with all the star power.
Yeah.
Because you know that all their players are like high overall ratings, so they're gonna make every shot. they can steal the ball a lot easier than other players, stuff like that. But
So what's your favorite 2K in the last decade, and why is it 15?
Wait, what? False?
You didn't disagree.
that's a good one. I gotta think about that. You put me on the spot. I gotta think about that one. But yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah. No, it's difficult for me to narrow it down to one as well, but.
2K is what
I could
It's
no,
Minecraft,
it's
isn't it?
NBA Street Volume 2. No, I got a few honorable mentions. Undertale being one of them. I do love that title. I only played the true pacifist run, and now I'll never play it again.
Yep.
I don't know what that means.
Kill anything in
Yeah, you don't kill anything the entire game, and I don't want
in that?
to. I don't want to spoil too much. But like at the end of it, all the characters are like, "Can you like not send us through this loop again, please?" And so I'm like, "I guess I'll never play this game for the rest of my life." Fine.
I feel awful.
Yeah, no.
I had to fight Sans.
The first Dark Souls holds a very special place in my heart. That's like one of those games that I can speed run endlessly, and.
2 is better.
You know, you would be hated by everybody in the community.
That's the goal.
Two is so good. I actually like to, but no. I hate to say it, man. I hate to say it, but I'm gonna say it.
Rage brother.
Minecraft. Nah, man, you can do anything in Minecraft, and my favorite part about that game is like the whole point of the game is to play it as little as possible. Like, let me explain.
How many people are failing at that?
Nah. Let me explain. You think it's about mining and crafting?
I thought
You're a
so.
nerd. No, it's actually about just building a farm for everything. You want iron? Don't go digging for it. Just trap some villagers that you stole from some village across the water, and you threw them on a boat and brought them to your home.
Hey now.
And, you know,
Wait. What? You can't make that joke.
but nah, man. And you stick them in a bed, right? And you trap them in a cube, and then you put a zombie next to him, and then an iron golem spawns every few minutes and just dies in lava and drops you a bunch of iron. And of course,
Cheater.
You didn't work for anything.
and of course some flowers too, because they're like really sweet. So you just have a chest full of like dead body flowers and iron. Like, it's crazy.
And kids play this game.
You know,
Are there dinosaurs in this game?
if you mod it, yes.
There are dinosaurs?
But
Yeah, Minecraft sounds like something you would enjoy.
Stop it. I'll do it.
You don't want to convert.
I'll do it.
You can punch square trees and make fire, right? Is that how Minecraft work? I
That's
don't
exactly
know.
It's-
how it works.
Okay, good.
it's really funny because my partner saw my world. I've had a hardcore world going for like a while. If you don't know, if you die in hardcore, it's over. Like, it's a wrap. You can't go back to that world.
So it's like real life.
Yeah. And so I've had it going for a long, long while. And my partner sees, I give her a tour of my whole world. She's like,
It's romantic.
it's always the nicest people who play these games in the most demonic way. Because I was like, I'm going through the world and I'm like, oh yeah, here's my villager breeder. She's like, you're what? I'm like, yeah, you know, they just stand there and they just make babies, and then I throw them on a train and they go into my trading hall.
Sam, what century are you playing this game? I'm really starting to question what you do on that game.
Hey man, you just wait till the next update. It's gonna be Minecraft: The Reparations update.
The 4 years late. Let my people go.
1.22, the Emancipation Proclamation.
This is getting dark.
You know.
Yeah, man, Minecraft
Okay.
or Portal 2.
I'm in Portal 2. Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
it's a good puzzle game, and a robot
Used
calls
the
me
crap
adopted.
out of me.
Well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I'm too dumb for this game. I don't know angles.
I don't know physics. All right, well, we have to take a quick commercial break for our, recording. You guys don't go nowhere. We're just gonna turn around real quick, and then we'll be right back to the All Points Podcast.
Family Guy. back when they take a break.
Everyone just quiet and stare.
All right, let's get back to the fun stuff. All right.
It's the fun half.
Wait.
What's the fun half?
A wrong commercial break. Are you gonna issue your challenge?
He's in here now.
I don't know why everyone's pointing at me.
It's been a long time coming. I'm taking the jacket off. This half.
You missed it.
Wait.
Apparently.
There you go. You know what you did.
Come on. What do?
All I gotta say, Mario Kart.
Mario Kart?
You remember
Yeah.
when you laid down the gauntlet?
Yeah, when you invented esports.
Yeah. No, because for you guys it was life changing. For me it was Tuesday.
Whatever, nerd. All right, we're ready. And we're back to the All Points Podcast here at the All-in-One Gaming Expo. Our crowd got bigger. We had to drag some people in here just to. No, I'm just
Like Minecraft villagers that can't leave.
That's cool. So I was sitting there thinking, the other day, as I normally do, And there's a lot of like farming simulators and a whole bunch of simulator games.
Simulator.
Goat simulator. I still don't get that one. I guess goats live wild lives.
Ever wanted to be a goat?
No. But it made me think because I saw this like game. I think it was like YouTuber simulator or something like that. And there's like a lot of like PC builder simulator. Like this is like work. Like why are we doing like?
Yeah.
So it made me I pictured a question.
Podcast simulator.
You know what? I was thinking, picture your favorite like simulator game.
Goat simulator.
No. Like you pick a simulator game that doesn't exist right now that you wish was a
Is anybody trying to monetize off of this?
turn your phones off, guys. We might be pitching some gold gems right here.
It's gonna be an NDA. We have them all signed on the way out.
So they can leave, right?
Exactly. Is there like a simulator game that hasn't existed that you wish was a game?
No.
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 You don't wanna. Oh.
Everything, no.
Everything already existed.
Everything already exists.
I
It's
wrote
either
down
do it or
podcast
don't.
simulator because this is a hard work.
Bro,
It's
The Sims exist. It's literally an everything simulator.
it is life
You
simulator.
can do anything in that.
I did some things in that game.
I can't share my Sim stories here, but we'll do it on another podcast.
Can.
Basically like Roblox.
They're not T-posing.
It's worse. Somehow it's worse.
All right. So there's no simulator you can think of.
I mean, I don't know, bathroom cleaner simulator.
You know what? That was in my head. Really? It was like toilet bowl simulator.
You know what? It exists. You ever heard of Viscera Clean Up the Tail?
No, I
It
haven't.
already exists.
Man.
Is that the pressure washing thing or whatever?
That one exists too. There's a
there's a
pressure wash.
simulator
But no,
for
this one you have a mop
everything.
and a bucket, and you're like,
Janitor
Get a
simulator.
job. Like,
I can't even get you to do the dishes, but you're playing dishwasher simulator?
Mom, it's more fun.
I gotta load these forks a certain way.
I can break the plates and not have to worry about the money.
you imagine platinuming dishwasher simulator?
Hey man, you got a platinum. All right. Well, I guess that was a bad idea. We're gonna cut that segment out. That fell flat. I got in my notes. Metroid is overrated.
All right, we got an argument here.
Oh, you guys like backtracking simulator? Like, no, because Metroid Prime recently released on the Switch, and I was sitting there debating. I was like, do I really want to buy this game? Because I remember playing it on the GameCube, and I remember getting stuck. Like, how many times you guys got stuck? I didn't have a strategy guide for that game. I just remember going back to the ship. And when you go back to the ship, that's when you know you messed up. Because you don't know what to do next. You guys ever played Metroid Prime?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, see?
Some light years ago.
If
You
I
guys
did-
aren't missing nothing.
But then I just turn into a ball and just roll around. That'd be the game for me.
That's if you get that far in the game.
But you don't get that from the beginning?
Every Metroid starts off with all your powers. You're over here Supermaning it up. And then a Metroid or...
Superwoman it up.
Oh, sorry, superwomaning it up.
Get it right. Disgusting.
And then like you get hit with something and all your powers just go away, and they literally tell you while you're walking like, "Oh, you can't morph no more.
so
You
it's
can't."
ghouls and ghosts then.
I don't
You hit
know.
once and then all
It's
your
just
stuff.
like it's just not
Samus
fun.
Aran in her drawers.
Somebody will pay for that.
So you gotta unlock the morph ball, even though you start with it, or you start with at least something.
Well, Sonic starts as a morph ball, so that's why it's a superior game.
Oh, okay.
But you talked about getting stuck. I think anybody who has played that Sonic 3 knows exactly the part where you always get stuck. Does anybody have Carnival Night in their head right now?
Oh, no.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Where they don't tell you anything.
You just on that
start and
platform,
jump. Yeah.
just like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Hey man, games were a lot funner back then.
Yeah, but I can't disagree, but they also caused a couple gray hairs early, so you know.
Games had character back then. Nowadays, you can just
Because you had to play, you had to like just get through them.
yeah,
It was like a chore, like Ninja Gaiden.
yeah.
Oh, man.
yeah. And there was no save points.
Yep.
Yeah, you just had to leave that TV on while you ate dinner.
Hope nobody showed up and started playing Mortal
Oh,
Kombat.
Grandpa didn't turn it off and watch the Powerball.
What's more worth it?
That was just my house, huh? Okay, all right, I guess. What else do I have in my notes? So I've been collecting games recently.
Right on.
You guys collect games?
I collect all the games, and you keep asking me to sell you stuff. And I said, no,
he has a Sega
no.
Saturn,
Had
and he
Sega
doesn't
Saturn,
He wants it
Dreamcast.
so bad.
Yeah, no. Who else has old retro games that they're never going to get rid of? Everyone. You know the value in these things. Yeah. No, the value in these
This
things.
convention
they're
is
never
half
gonna
his
go anywhere.
collection. Yeah, he was like, "It's too much in this house. I got to do something with it."
If that's the case, I'm a little sad that you didn't have virtual on here.
Oh, he does. Just not for you. Exactly.
So, what you guys doing later?
So my favorite fighting game of all time is Tekken, and it started with Tekken 3. And you can say it's button mashing all you want to, but it's a fun game, all right? So
Yeah.
Tekken 3 was like my main Tekken game. So like since I've been collecting games, I've been wanting to collect all the Tekkens, and I'm pretty cool at Tekken. Sam, don't say nothing. I'm pretty cool at it. We played last night, and well, let's just say I was sleepy, you know.
Yeah.
But
Mucho basura.
I'm up.
But like I was playing. I've never played Tekken 1 and 2.
No.
So I recently got Tekken 1 and 2, and boy did that game humble me. that game. I don't even know what the ending looks like. You get to like level 8, and I'm just like, oh man, this is hard. This is hard. And I'm just like, wait a minute, is this game on hard? So I quit the whole game. I go back to the options. It was on easy the whole time. I was like,
Man.
am I not really good at Tekken? So
Wait, did they make it easier over time or something like that? Is it just easier over time now?
no. I mean, you can move a lot better now.
That's what it usually
Back
is.
in the day, it was like clunky, and you couldn't move in like the third direction,
Nah.
third dimension.
Alex, you see what it was?
What?
Is whenever he's playing Tekken 1 and 2, he was just sleepy.
Yeah. I'm sleeping. Yeah. But
You know what's
that-
crazy? You own every Tekken game,
I do own every Tekken game.
and you
now.
still mispronounce it.
What is it?
It's Tekken.
Oh,
All right. Get it right, nerd.
Yeah, I was gonna say weeb too, but so is there any game that you guys think like that you guys had back in the day that you played and you played now and you're just like, this isn't really that great?
That's part of the problem with collecting a lot of games, because you're looking at them and you're like, yeah, I'm not going to play that again.
Yeah.
They're just going to keep collecting dust. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm going to get a PlayStation 2 while I'm in there. And I'm like, am I really going to play these games?
Yeah, man.
I don't know.
You just got them on emulate. But we would never do that. We would never play emulators.
no,
but
that's-
you could.
Sean was got it like, wait a minute. Emulation. Not at my convention. It's been a sting the whole time.
Operation Bucky.
No, that kind of does make me think. Like, is it better for a game to have better graphics or better story?
Well, that's Nintendo.
You say story?
Absolutely.
It's all a story, yeah.
Undertale is beautiful,
Undertale.
but it is literally like just simplistic pixel art.
Yeah.
But the story is what makes you want to play it 30,000 times and listen to the soundtrack in your car.
All
And cry
jokes aside,
yourself to
right?
sleep. So like,
I respect their wishes.
just keep playing pacifist mode. Just
Yeah.
Don't you want to hear Megalovania?
no.
All right, listen, I'm the monster up here, okay?
You absolutely.
Yeah, like graphics can only get so good before you're just like, it's all right.
Yeah.
It's all about the story. I think story over everything. That's Nintendo formula.
Yeah, I think so too. Which I don't understand why people like Final Fantasy VII.
I was just
over
getting
it.
to get into that.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's
There
the
it
popular one.
Yeah, you know.
That guy has a gun hand.
That guy. Who's that guy? Nah. I mean, I'm a big fan of 8. I know I'm like one of the few who are like big fans of 8 who like over 7. I don't get the hype for 7. Is like
That
the
guy has a
18
gun hand.
Like as much as they'll milk 7, I don't see how it's any fun anymore. Like, has anybody played the remake at all?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Is it good or not?
It's real good.
It's
Oh,
good.
it's real good.
Yeah. They're doing the same stuff, right? Sephiroth, long sword, big sword.
No?
No, different.
I know about the whole wisp thing and whatnot.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
It's got a purple sword.
You find it in the police station.
Callbacks. We love the callbacks.
You know, speaking of remakes and remasters,
Yeah.
the Resident Evil 4 remaster.
I'm excited for that.
boy.
That's actually my first Resident Evil I've ever played.
People on the internet are being so mad for no reason. They're like, man, games are so easy these days. All these barrels are marked with yellow X's. Bro, they were like that back then too. Like, what are you talking about? Why are you so mad? You're so grumpy. Like,
Just can't enjoy life, right?
they're just sleepy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh man, but no, I am excited for that.
Yeah.
And now it makes me wonder, how far can they go with remasters? Like, will 5 deserve a remaster?
Final Fantasy remake, remaster.
See, I was. That's actually a good question because I was thinking about that because like Dead Space was remastered.
Yeah.
Is that a remaster? It's more of a remake, right?
Yes,
Remake,
remake.
but it's just like I was there when that game came out. Like, like
Yeah.
it making me feel old.
Yeah, like when
Yeah.
The Last of Us, when theirs was that remake
Nah, that's
or
just
remaster.
That's just a cash grab.
That
Yeah, that's all that was.
But it was the
did it
differences
twice.
between like the original and the remaster, so much better as far as graphics.
Yeah, night and day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that one deserved one.
I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5. I bought that game like
It was like 2013.
5 times. Yeah.
It's just GTA and Skyrim in a battle to see who can remake their game the
I
most
think
times.
Skyrim got to be. You can play that on a Samsung refrigerator.
GTA's going to one up it and then have like GTA in Skyrim.
Which has better lore, like Mass Effect or Skyrim?
Yeah.
That was quick.
All right, Fallout or Mass Effect?
You said what?
Fallout or Mass Effect?
Fallout.
Wasn't Mass Effect just all a dream?
No.
Like,
No.
wasn't the ending like,
It was
yeah?
like Christmas color.
You like woke up and it was like, oh, that was a great dream.
I gotta ask, because I think I'm the only person on the planet that actually liked Andromeda. Did anybody else play it or like it?
I didn't play it.
Nobody else played it or like it? Get out of here.
You like Ark, so it's like you got a very niche set of games.
There's a lot of people that like Ark, all right? Like, not everything can be Fast and Furious, okay? Stop it.
You know what? This is a game convention. I will not let you deface Fast and Furious at a game convention. If this was a movie convention, maybe we can talk.
You can enjoy Fast and the Furious, but you can't enjoy Monster Hunter.
Don't get me started on Monster
Come on,
Hunter.
baby. It's time. It's time to come home.
If I press a button to swing a sword, I expect that sword to swing. I don't need to wait 8 frames just to swing the sword.
The sword is heavier than you.
No, that's not how it should be. That's not fun. But you play chivalry, so.
Oh man, yeah. You on chivalry too? Yeah. All right, we gonna have to get on. I got too. Sir, I remember stomping you in some Smash Brothers. If you don't remember that,
I remember,
You were playing as
it was
Rob.
recorded.
That was Wednesday.
I mean, if we want to go again, I can bring my Ganon out anytime.
Yeah.
Is there any games you guys feel that needs the remaster, remake, treatment?
Final Fantasy VIII.
It's never gonna happen.
Yes, I'm salty.
Andromeda.
Aren't they gonna remake the Mass Effect series?
They're doing another one.
Called, like,
I think it's
Starfield or something
back
like
in
that?
the Milky Way universe, which I think is kind of stupid, but whatever. But yeah,
No, I mean, like, if I was being like actually serious, I said it earlier, but Jet Force Gemini, like, I would love to see them remake that one with like better controls, and it was just one of those games that, like, I don't know a good number of people who've played it, but then when I introduce people to it, they're like really into it. I think there should have been a sequel or a remake for that one.
Okay.
Speaking of jets, I want to remake or remaster
Jet Set Radio?
of Jet Set Radio Future.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
You want Future or Jet Set Radio?
Future.
would that further break the stigmatism for rollerbladers?
You mean the stigma?
Yeah.
Wait, what did I
Will
say?
that further break the stigmatism? Just give him some glasses, bro. That'll be all right.
He's sleepy.
All right, let's cut that from the video.
Like, yeah, one of those.
The stigma. My bad. Okay.
I'm naming that the episode.
Stigmatism.
You guys are jerks.
Oh, I don't care. I'm used to it.
Yeah.
I don't know,
You guys
man.
can't beat me in Arc, so it doesn't matter.
Midwest, what?
I'm sure you'll see some grumpy man with a podcast out there talking about, oh, the graffiti everywhere. This game is promoting graffiti.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Midwest, is there a game that you wish they could remake or remaster?
Not that I can think of right
3K.
now. You said 3K. No, I'm done.
Was that like a
with
2K like joke?
That's the next
They
level.
Just all the way in the future. It's like Slam Ball. You guys remember Slam Ball?
Why you say it like that?
twang.
They need to remake Def Jam.
No.
They need to remake a
No.
new Def Jam. There's so many people we can pick from nowadays.
No.
Yes, they need to remake Def Jam.
Do y'all know Def Jam?
Yeah, you know where rappers
Imagine.
beat each other up.
Just
That's
have
called a Friday, dog. Yeah, Def Jam.
Or Fighting Force.
Fighting Force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing it out there. It's a good game. It's a good game. Yeah.
No. Hey, actually, while we're on the topic of those types of games,
Yeah.
what was it? Freaking game. Streets of Rage.
Yeah.
It was a terrible game. That was, think about it. The people that they were beating up were just homeless people. That was terrible. They're just walking, they're hipsters walking through, skating along with their stigmatisms and everything. They're just beating up a bunch of homeless people that just want to ask for directions or
And they have
whatever.
the nerve to give each bad guy a name.
Yeah.
Like they have
Snake.
that means they have a family. They gave him a whole name, and it's like
It's
You
terrible.
see, you bring that up like it's a controversial point, and yet Batman is a lot of people's favorite superhero. So
Batman's the same thing.
he's just a billionaire beating up old poor people with.
old people.
Dang, that means
Every Batman villain is like 10 years, 20 years older than Batman.
that means Batman is on a true genocide run.
Yes. Yeah, you know. I'm just saying.
That's why my favorite DC character is Saint Walker. Nobody knows that.
Sure.
Plastic Band is mine.
So we got a couple minutes left. I'm curious, you kids in the back, you guys like the youngest. Get out of here! No. You guys are the youngest group of people to ever listen to our show.
We're sorry.
Don't YouTube us. No, I'm saying. I'm curious, what's a hot game out right now? I'm curious. I like hearing from the kids. Like what?
Carrot Simulator.
Roblox.
Yeah, Roblox.
Roblox is literally GTA Online for kids.
Yeah, it
y'all.
really is.
Roblox goes hard.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. Which one's the best? Which one's the best Call of Duty? Modern Warfare, the original one, or like
Or the 2019.
the remake? You said the original one's old. What'd you say? Original. Okay, cool.
Please tell me you don't play it on Xbox, right? There.
Oh, okay.
So wait, I do have a question because I remember whenever like I was a kid, like NES games, I considered those like old.
Yeah.
So like, is Call of Duty 4 a retro game now?
It's like Black Ops 1.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's old. It's in the ancient times.
You
That
darn
hurts.
kids don't know good games.
That hurts.
We used to have to blow in our cartridges to get them to work.
You guys don't know. You guys don't know a good triple jump when you see one.
You don't remember having to buy books that have cheat codes in them. No.
They don't remember cheat codes.
They don't remember the Nintendo hotline.
You don't remember Game Genie or Game Shark.
I had Sega TV.
Save points. What's this cloud?
Hey man, I got the power. Nintendo power.
It's so bad. Or so rad. Oh man.
I do want to give a quick shout out to these kids though, because they're all named after video game characters.
Really?
Word.
I'm curious.
Please tell me one of you is Link.
Mario,
Hey, what's your name?
Yoshi.
What are you named after?
Waluigi. Hey, okay. All
What's
right.
your name? Oswald. What are you named after? You know?
Ozzy from Chrono Trigger and Oswald from Odensphere.
What's your name, Sierra? Jasper. What are you named after?
The old
From
man.
Chrono Trigger.
Nice.
Hey,
These are
Chrono
Chrono
Trigger.
Trigger babies.
I can dig it. Yeah.
Parents have done well.
Yeah.
I gotta go home to my son Goku and Vegeta.
Man, I guess it'd be biting if I name one frog, so I guess that's out the window.
You guys gave them names?
Just boy one, boy two, and they're all girls. Like what?
Keeps it simple.
So you wanted boy. Oh man. Well, we're heading towards the end. You guys got any questions for us? You know, we do this podcast 2 times a week. Every Tuesday and Friday when we're lucky.
And
We don't talk about anything.
Exactly. So,
and somehow everything.
yeah. You guys got any questions for us or anything you ever wanted to know?
Any insults?
Yeah. Like, any critiques?
Challenges.
I listened to your episode, season 5, episode 22.
Nobody talks like that.
Oh, no one talks like that? Oh.
Only
Wrong
in the-
convention.
only
That's
in the-
Planet Planet Comic Con, right? Nah, they're good people. I'm gonna be there next week.
Oh,
Yeah.
you whipping out the cars, huh?
I want to.
I mean, can we?
I don't know.
I like how you asked if they had any questions and you just started talking to
No,
them.
I wanted you guys. You guys were supposed to fill air, fill the space.
Well, you know, since you got the cards out, there's a game that we play.
Okay.
Now,
No, don't do it.
this is the rated G version of our show. The cards are for the the PG-13 and up.
Oh man.
But every now and then we like to pull somebody up and ask a question. We call it the big black bag.
No, we can.
So
We can
if anybody
say.
wants to, you're very enthusiastic. You really want to come over?
You really
You're welcome. Come on.
keep stalling. Keep stalling, Alex. Keep stalling.
So I'm gonna have you go ahead and sit right here.
I'm glad you had these labeled.
And
Yeah.
We need some feminine representation on this show. So
yeah, we really
Man,
Yeah.
We desperate.
if I had a nickel for every time I've heard that,
So we have
I'll
to,
have one nickel.
find the right question
okay,
that we can get away with.
okay. I
We
can also
usually-
just try my best to make it as PG as possible.
Yeah.
Please.
We usually do this when we're downtown and usually people are leaving establishments where they enjoy beverages.
They had a lot of juice.
You should never drink ever.
No.
They had a lot of ice cream.
Capri Suns.
So they usually give interesting responses. You know.
It's okay. I've really
So you can't find one card. out of it.
No, I'm dividing them up. Okay. So this game is called the Big Black Sack. All right, let's be honest. The logo's on the front cover. All right. So in this sack is some questions, and you're gonna reach inside the sack. And you're gonna pull out a question. Ooh. Like I said,
You put it in the wrong
yeah. I don't know. So go ahead, pull it out. Answer as truthfully as you want to. We'll know when you're lying. So.
How much money would it take for you to ditch your significant other?
Why is it
I'm gonna
spicy?
do a humble brag real quick. He makes enough money that I don't want to. So like,
But I have money.
but
And that's just a Tuesday.
but Real answer, sweet answer. I don't think there's any. I'm too obsessed with him. I love him so much.
Oh, that's lame.
I was gonna say, Valentine's
We don't
Day.
like loving on this show.
Valentine's Day already passed.
He walks out and it's like,
Maybe try
y'all got a
another one
McChicken?
that has more juice potentially.
No,
More sassiness.
that's a good answer.
We got
That's a good answer.
It's boring.
They're all in this
You guys
pile.
want to have a long conversation?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
I like this one.
Have you had any accidents in your pants as an adult?
She answered it before she read it.
Absolutely, I have. This was like, I was on the phone with my mom and I was like crying driving home. I had like a turkey sandwich with mustard and I was like shaking. I was like, Mom, I don't think I can make it. And then it just happened. And I am one of those disgusting people that absolutely threw my nasty underwear in like a garbage can in the trash. And
Like a quick trip.
Give it the evidence.
yeah.
That's a respectable thing to do.
Yeah.
I love you, honey.
I'd like
I know
to.
your dirty secrets too, don't you? You can't judge me.
Well, then come on down.
Yeah, Sean
That's
would
the
be very
honorable
good
thing to
for
do.
all
Is
this.
I'd like to point out this man over here with the iron will, who just kept eating during that whole thing. Shout out to you. He was
Sunday to me.
completely unbothered.
So I'm at a cool kids party.
Yeah.
And it's a big bonfire, and I gamble and I lose. And there I am, soiled drawers. I go back into their house. I'm sitting in the bathroom, and I'm like, shit, what am I gonna do? And I'm looking around. I'm like, I can't throw it in the trash can. It's the only bathroom. Someone is gonna find it. So I look it up, and they have like right next to the toilet is like a cabinet, like where the linens and the towels are. And, oh no, it's much worse. On top of the cabinet is like it opens up like with a faux plant. And I get up and I pull on the plant and it comes up. So I take my pants and I take the underwear off and I put them under the.
You almost made it. That's you almost made it.
That's where we start. So I take them and put them under there and never told anybody. And that house sold. It's no longer owned.
Foreclosed.
But I'm very nostalgic for the house. I think about it and I wonder if they're still there. Just for a check.
If you could give them back, would you?
No. The thing is, it can't hurt the value. The housing market's great.
You say this
What he
is-
doesn't know is it was so potent it grew a real plant.
Say, wait, what was going on this night? It was
It was like the cool kid party.
Okay.
Big bonfire. And
well, they wouldn't have participated then. I was gonna say if you would have threw them in the trash and everything, you could have had like a murder mystery type thing. Yeah.
Who done it?
I definitely would have threw them in their dirty clothes so they can have a conversation.
that's my second best story.
Whose are these?
All right. Who else wants to reach into the sack?
We got time for one more. Yes.
Did Alex just I remember? I remember. Were you there at that party?
That's crazy. So that is turkey sandwich with
in
mustard.
there.
I couldn't eat mustard.
Hey.
No limits. What's the one thing you'd do if there were no consequences?
One thing you do if there was no consequences.
Ooh, I'd sleep with a bunch of sexy celebrities.
I'm out there. What? You got one in mind? One in mind?
Oh, but that's hard. You gotta make
Just
me
one.
choose.
Just one.
Keanu.
Keanu? Okay.
Oh, John Wick, huh?
He's a sweetheart. Everyone always tells the nicest stories about him. He's like one of the few people in Hollywood is like, if
A
something
vampire.
bad ever happens with him, you know the world's ending. There's no more faith in humanity.
I literally picture Keanu just walking down the street and there's like a burning house over there, and like he's wearing the same getup. He's wearing his John Wick getup because that's his normal outfit. And I have a feeling he would run in that burning building and save whoever's in there. Like he just looks like the type.
He is a stand-up, awesome person.
He looks
I like.
probably yeah.
Exactly.
Like,
I don't.
Start that
my
charity,
hero-
raise $1 million, they get a better house.
I don't trust him.
I like
he's
you.
doing all these good acts in front of everybody, but he's really into some terrible things. He's into some dark
He's a
stuff.
vampire.
Yeah.
Stuff is like, I don't know.
That's how he's immortal.
Yeah, I believe it.
I like how you chose Keanu though, because it's so perfect. Because I can just picture in my head just you're breathtaking.
Exactly. Come on.
You've got some competition.
I had a joke there, but I forget there's kids in here.
I went there too.
Hey, thank you for playing. Thank you guys for being here. The All Points Podcast. If you're above 18, you can look us up on YouTube, Facebook.
Podcast.
And if you're not above
Instagram.
18, we're called Coco Melon.
It's been us the whole time. But thank you guys. Thank you, Sean. Like I'm really like this is like off the script. Like really, really happy and proud for you. For every you,
He's gonna
Tyler.
cry.
Where's he at? I'm happy for all you guys. Like for real. Like
You made it out of Wichita.
when I worked at Annie Ann's, I really wanted to work at GameStop, and you didn't give me the job, but it's because you moved on to bigger and better things, and you wasn't a manager at the time. But when I finally did work at GameStop, I think we worked like a couple times together, yeah. But it really, so thank you. I see you guys' growth. Like everybody from GameStop is all here. I love it.
Gang.
And thank you guys for having us. Thank you for everything. So I'm ready to go buy some games. So
Get out of here.
so All Points Podcast. My name is Kyle.
Jonathan the Great.
Midwest.
Sam, a.k.a. Samus Aran.
And they too.
And we
are
out of here.
Peace.